On this episode, we're talking to an NPC competitor. Hey guys, welcome to the show. I'm here with Edwin Mourino. Edwin, thank you so much. Edwin here is an NPC competitor, professional trainer, and he's going to show us a few things that we're missing out on my workout. Edwin, thank you very much for being on the show.
Not a problem, not a problem. A little bit about myself. I've been a personal trainer now for 10 years. I've been competing in the NPC for the past 6 years. I'd have to say my biggest niche would be female body sculpting. Obviously, a lot of the things you see females do and a lot of their exercises may seem a little demasculine for men, but I always tell guys, definitely incorporate these exercises because they're going to be hugely beneficial no matter what. So I want to bring you today through 3 different exercises that I think might help add a little variation to your workouts.
That's awesome. Well, let's show me a few of these things.
Yeah, for sure. I'll tell you what, we'll start off with the little plank movement I just showed you a little bit ago.
Okay.
So basically you're going to drop into a plank position here.
Okay, done deal.
Yep, right on the elbows. Now you'll see a lot of people, he's doing it just perfectly, nice and straight. They'll hold this movement for a long period of time. The way I like to add a little variation is I'll actually have them hip up a little bit, so butt's gonna come up a little higher in the air. Bring the feet out just a little wider so you get a little space between your feet. And what you're gonna do here, Matt, you're gonna drift this hip over to the other side, almost like a rainbow movement. Good, you're gonna bring it right back up and drive it exactly right over to that other side. Now you'll see a lot of people, what they'll do with the plank position is put it into a real still hold movement. I like to add a little variation by getting some movement into it. So even from here, you can even add a pike into it. So basically, Matt, what you can do exactly, you're gonna drive that butt right up in the air, you're gonna push your head away from your hands, and as you level back out, that head comes right back up to the hands. So in comparison to sitting there holding a plank for 2-3 minutes, add these variations here, and you'll notice a lot more resistance in a shorter amount of time frame. That's perfect, Matt.
That's awesome.
So perfect from there.
The all knee obliques right there. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, you'll definitely feel it all over the abdominal wall. So what I'm gonna bring you here to next is a little row.
Okay.
Now you've seen a lot of people, they'll stagger off on their stance when they hit the row. Today what I'm gonna have you do is, again, in order to engage that core a little bit more, we're gonna go with a flat stance, kind of come up on the toes a little bit, staying soft in those knees. You wanna make sure, because of that, if you keep those feet flat, the back has a tendency to round out. By kicking up on the toes and softening up on the knees, it allows you to sink into your posture a little better. From here, we're gonna drive that row right up, bring it down, nice and easy, disengaging on the shoulder while still keeping that back straight, and drive it right back up. All right, Matt, let's see if you can do that good.
Guys out here, instead of doing like this, we're doing this one. That's how I was taught originally, doing like
Yeah, most people will stagger off, or they'll hitch on a bench type. So that's perfect. Let's bring your legs back just a smidgen. Perfect, exactly. And what you're gonna do is basically from here, we're gonna row right up to about exactly that belly button line. So you're gonna let it fall again, nice and disengaged. We really stretch out the lats, bring it up, exactly. And what I like to tell people a lot of times to do is not just pull the hand up, but actually meet the chest to the hand. That'll help really drive it back into that back. There you go, perfect,
Oh, wow.
perfect. And you're gonna notice you have to stabilize with that other arm, obviously. The core has to stay a little tighter. And you're obviously in a nice, perfect position here.
But I feel it's all for my body as opposed to being so...
Yeah, row right up in it. There you go, perfect. It falls naturally and rows right back through. And this is a great variation for the back and the arms. All right, now for my finishing, I'm gonna go to a little goblet front squat, but we're gonna plie out it hard. Now, again, this is probably another movement you see a lot of women do, but I tell you, I love to add it to my routine with my legs. We're gonna plie out nice and wide. Again, the toes always matching the alignment of the knees. Keep that kettlebell nice and tight and elbows glued to your sides. From here, you're gonna drop down nice and low, get to that parallel marker, up, and we're gonna squeeze that whole backside. So it drops down nice and low, up, and squeeze.
Oh, that is
Hopefully this isn't too heavy for you there, Matt.
I hope not. No, but you know. So right here.
So all right, Matt, I'm a short guy, so I've got some short little legs. You can go a little wider for me. There you go, perfect. Elbows stay up nice and tight. Now again, exactly, perfect.
Back up.
And if you'll notice, even from the side marker, his knees still stay behind the toes. He's engaging a lot more inner and outer thigh movement while going through a squat movement. And again, you don't have to actually add resistance with the kettlebell, but Matt's such an athlete, I figured he'd need some. There you go, bud. Great for the glutes, and like I said, as you drive up, you really squeeze it out at the top. Perfect. Let's go for 3 more here, just for good demonstration. Last one. Perfect, Matt. Now these are 3 good exercises you can add to your routine that might, be something that you've maybe done similar to in the past in the sense of a squat, a row, or a plank, but something you can definitely add some variations to.
Oh, that's amazing, Edwin. Thank you so much for taking the time to show us.
Not a problem. Very enjoyable.
Just things you don't see really in the gym, and just that alone there with the back row, with the goblet squat.
Yep.
Amazing. That plank, never done it before.
Oh yeah, like I said, an awesome variation you can add to your workouts.
Well, you guys, pay attention to this. You're gonna find a way to get a hold of Edwin, and by sure, call this guy out. He knows a lot more than I do. He's amazing.
Thank you, Matt. I appreciate it.
Thank you
not
for
a problem.
everything, and thank you for watching another episode of Pumped.